Hi, I'm Greg Hackney, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about one of my new favorite techniques, and that's a football jig. You know, over the last couple years, a football jig has won millions and millions of dollars on the tournament trail. And for me personally, I despise a Carolina rig. I am a jig fisherman at heart. And so what the football jig does for me, I'm able to fish structure, deep structure, but I'm able to fish it with the bait that I have the utmost confidence in catching quality fish. This is the new Strike King Tour Grade football jig, which is my favorite. This is my favorite color, favorite trailer. It's a Strike King Rage Crawl. About the only time I don't use the regular Rage Crawl, if we go to a lake like Falcon, Amistad, Clear Lake, a place that has giant fish, I'll actually upgrade to the lobster, big profile. You know, a lot of people believe that, you know, the Rage Crawl has too much action for a football jig, because this is supposed to be a subtle technique. But the deal with it is, I put the action in it. You know, these legs don't work unless you pull it through the water. So what I like about it is, I can move this jig extremely slow, and I want to find every bit of cover. You know, if I'm fishing a gravel flat, I want that jig to hit every rock. And because the Rage Crawl works so easily, even at a slow rate of speed, I get a little kick, just a little bit. I want a real natural action. If you've ever watched a crawfish crawl around on the bottom, he has movement. So I want something to give that movement. Where if I just put, a trailer with no action on there, it basically doesn't look like anything. And what the Rage Crawl does, when I move it extremely slow, it doesn't move very much. But the instant I contact with a rock, it gives a little action, which a lot of times I may not be dragging exactly by the fish, so I need a little action, to draw him over there. I like the big profile, slow moving bait. Another thing about the Tour Grade football jig is it has a 5/0 light wire hook. I know you're thinking big fish, light wire hook, but the deal with a football jig is this is not a flipping jig. I'm not fishing 10 foot or 15 or 20 foot from me, where I'm using an extremely big rod. I'm actually using my 7.2 Cinco rod, Tour Edition, Quantum Signatures rod, and it's one of the techniques I designed that rod for. Of course, a Strike King Zero or shimmy stick was the main deal for the rod, but it's the perfect football jig rod. And the deal is, you're throwing this football jig a long ways. You're not sitting on top of the cover with it. And so the deal is that light wire hook sticks real easy. And the deal is, I'm fishing 12 to 17 pound fluorocarbon, Cajun fluorocarbon. I'm making extremely long casts, and I want a jig that hooks up real easy. I'm not reeling down and slacklining this hook set. When I feel that fish hit that jig, I'm reeling down and loading hard. And I'm loading as hard as I can, but I have all the slack out of the line, and what I'm actually doing is pulling that hook. So you want that light wire hook so it penetrates, on a 50 or 60 yard cast. When you're covering that flat cover or covering all of the rock pile. But that's it.